a lot of kids when they hit school the first time don't quite learn how to read. Some read quicker and slower. Sometimes that doesn't mean your kid is not smart. Some kids just don't get the methodology they're using. So the first thing you do is don't get upset, don't get tight about it. Some kids one day wake up, aha, I get the idea. So if they don't quite progress as quickly as you like, don't get upset, don't make any more tension again, because the kid will thrive without the pressure. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. Most children are. Look, we believe that children are all different. They all live in learn in somewhat different ways. Most children are going to eventually catch up. It's like almost like a developmental delay. Now, of course, if your child's having really severe enough problems that the school's becoming concerned, then it's time for the school to evaluate the child to see if they have learning disabilities.
And if you go and learn about dyslexia, it isn't a kid who just doesn't read. It's getting information in and out wrong. And reading could be a delay because you can't read doesn't mean the kid's dyslexic. I hear people say that. Dyslexia doesn't mean your kid's not reading. It means there's a processing problem getting out. It could manifest in having trouble to read. But remember something. Most dyslexics can learn very easy with visual stuff. It's the letter stuff. So you do the talking back and forth. They might grab the world pretty good. Some very famous dyslexic, like Albert Einstein, pretty good job. And they were dyslexics.
Very much so. Again, our school system, the way we think of things, are really generally go to the common denominator. But yes, there are people who are brilliant who just learn in different ways.
There was a very famous lawyer that couldn't even write out contracts. He had girls that got paid lectures, but he was very dyslexic. But in a courtroom, in a trial, he was able to paint great pictures. Couldn't write about the picture, could paint great pictures. So in a way it was a disadvantage, but when he got in front of a jury, it became a major advantage because he knew how to paint the best picture of the problem, and he won the cases. So sometimes a disadvantage is an advantage.
Right, because the person's had to learn to compensate for it, and they go with their strengths. So he might have had what we call a processing disorder in some fashion, in terms of especially in terms of expressing himself written wise, but in terms of being able to verbally express himself, he may have excelled.